So in this video, we're going to be talking about the fridge and the freezer. So first of all, when you're in an RV or a motorhome, when you roll, you'll often feel bumps because that's what happens when you roll in a motorhome. Sadly, the fridge feels them too, and so does the things that are inside the fridge. So what we do against this, we use small anti-slide mats things. So it's like kind of rubber, and you can cut them to any shape you want. We have those pretty much everywhere in the RV where we don't want things to slip inside. So we have some on every little shelf. What we also do is we use little plastic bins. In the plastic bins, we put small foods that we want to keep in the fridge. For example, apples. And since it's transparent, you can see right away, oh, this one has apples in it. Now, you can get these little plastic bins at any dollar store pretty much. And to get off the sticker there that always makes a mess of these things, there's a trick. You put up the blow dryer onto it, like this there, psh, blow dry, until it's all warm. And then you can just take it off, no mess, and it's very simple. And you're left with a clean little basket like this one. No trick involved. Yeah. Something else that we have in the fridge, if you'd come closer please, is this little souvenir compass and thermometer thing. And it's supposed to be a keychain, but we hung it using a tie wrap right here. Now, you might wonder why we have a souvenir thing from a gift shop hanging in our fridge. It's not because we didn't have enough space in our other places for putting little trinkets like this one. It's actually to know if we need to make the fridge colder or warmer. For example, in deserts. Because when you go in deserts, you'll notice that it's very hot out there. So you might have to make your fridge colder. To make the fridge colder, you simply slide the little thingy to colder, so number 4, or coldest. Or if it's too cold, you slide it back down to cold, so 1 or 2. In here you can put like ketchup or mayonnaise, things like this. And down here what we like to do is put water bottles. Now, for our water bottles to stay cool on hot summer days, just before we go to bed, we put water in the water bottles, up to halfway about, and freeze them. So during the night they freeze, and then in the morning we fill them back with water. So then, while we're rolling, let's say we get thirsty. We just open the fridge, and then we can take out our water bottle, which is very close, and we can even leave it out, and it will stay cold for a very long time until all of the ice melts. So that's a very fun trick to have. Now, freezer. In the freezer, it's also nice to have the little, okay, we don't have one here, but we will put one, the anti-slide little mats like we had in here. Also, another good thing to have is these. It's a little sandwich boxes things that can go both in the freezer and in the microwave. So there are multiple uses. It can also be just normal temperature, and it's fun to have them on vacation because you don't have a dishwasher, so you need to wash everything by hand, so you want to have the least dishes possible. So when you can use things many times for the same things, well, it's very useful. In this case, you can put the leftovers in the box, put it in the freezer, and then when you want, you can put it in the microwave. This is also very useful because nowadays most new RVs don't have an oven, and so if you want to put something to heat up, well, you'll need to dirty the leftover box and a new plate to put in there, and it takes more time. And for example, you're eating lasagna and you're trying to change it from this to the plate, then your lasagna ends up all broken. So it's very useful to be able to microwave this. We chose to buy Tupperware containers with the little venting flap there for the steam. And when when you want to find one that pot there that can go in the freezer, what you need to look for is the little feet there. The little feet make it possible for the air to go all through, and then you'll have something nice and frozen when you decide to take it out. You can also stack them and it'll do the same thing. This is where we keep the water bottles. Yeah, so that's for the freezer. Lastly, what I want to talk about is the storage compartment above the fridge, if you have one. So to get up there, I need a little step because I'm too short. See, small camping step. There's a little hold for your hands so you can transport it, very nice. It opens up and flattens so you can store it pretty much anywhere. Very thin, very nice. This one is also very sturdy, and you can get them at most places with a specialized camping part like Canuck or Canadian Tire, places like this. So, above the fridge and freezer, again the little anti-slip mats here. Anti-slip mat. What's very important to know, and you'll want to know this before you start filling up the RV, is that when the fridge and the freezer work, they emit heat. This heat rises up to this compartment. So if you have chocolate or jujubes, they'll melt. So what you need to do is keep only dry things up there, or things that don't mind the heat, because if you keep chocolate, you'll end up with a gooey chocolate thing in a bag, which is not what you want. So things like cereal and rice before it's cooked, perfect. It's a very good space to keep that, and it's also a great size. So cereal, dry things, perfect. Anything that can melt, bad idea. You can keep that in other places in the kitchenette, but not up there. Again, very useful, and you can leave it pretty much anywhere. Yeah, so this concludes our video about the fridge and the freezer. Thank you.